Yeah, hello, good morning. Hello, welcome to Zidali Creation. All right, so today I want to focus on body measurement, how to take an accurate body measurement. All right, so let's dive down into business. All right, so first thing first, before taking a body measurement, you ask your client to make sure make sure what your clients are wearing are is not too loose. That is these boo gowns that are extremely big. Though this I'm wearing is a boo gown, though a bit fitted, but there are some that are a bit big. If that's the type we are wearing, you may not be able to get the accurate body measurements because it's a bit big. It may add to the inches to the body measurement. So you ask them to get something a bit fitted so that you can get their accurate body measurement. So that's one. Then two, you ask them to also wear an adjustable bra, something at least so that you can get the exact nipple to nipple, the exact bust point and under bust point. So you can always ask them to adjust their bra and wear something okay. Then for those that wear waist trainer, at least we've had the result of people that say, I came or the measure what I ordered versus what I got kind of. So you ask them, are you wearing something? Are you wearing a kito or a waist trainer? You ask them those questions. So if they are not, fine, then you know what to do. All right, so now let's go into why we are here. So for an accurate body measurement, the first thing first is you take your shoulder measurement. And your shoulder measurement is from this end, as you can see, from this end to this end, from this end to this end. So what you do is you ask your client to turn. I believe you can see what I'm doing here. So you take from this point to this point. So what we have here is 13. That's what we have here. We have 13. So this is 13. The shoulder is 13. Then after taking your shoulder, remember when you are taking the body measurement, you don't stand at the front of your client like this. No, it's not done. You stand by the side and you can actually take those measurements by the side. Let's assume this is your client. You can do this. You can do it. You can take it by the side and it's also okay. So after the shoulder measurements, then the next thing you do is you take your bust measurement. This is the bust, the fullest part of your bust is the bust measurement. So you take it, and one thing you always do, always ask your client, is it okay? Should I make it fitted like this? Should I make it fitted? This is this is fitted. This is fitted. Fitted here is around 32 and quarter. So you ask your client, do you want it fitted? They may tell you yes, no. So ask your client whenever you are taking their body measurement. So I want it a bit loose, so I want it fitted. So you work with what they want. Then and also depend on the style you are making. So if it's a bustier, the bustier has to be fitted so that you will see the beauty of it. And after taking your bust measurement, you come down here, you take your under bust measurement. Your under bust measurement is the measurement that's directly under your bust like this. You take your under bust measurement. Here we have 26 and a half. So this is the under bust measurement. Then after that, you come down, you take your waist measurement. This is the waist measurement. The waist measurement here is for a tight one is 25 or you use 25 and a half to make it a bit free. So this is the waist measurement. So like I said, always work with your client. Ask them, is it tight? Should I loosen it a bit? So work with them. So with that, you'll be able to give them what they want. So this is the waist measurement. So after that, now we're taking the horizontal measurement. After the horizontal measurement, we'll go to the vertical measurement. Then when you are done taking your waist measurement, you go down to your hip measurement. Now the hip measurement is the fullest part of the hip, the fullest part of your butt. That's where you take your hip measurement, the fullest part of the butt. As you can see here, You see it, the fullest part of the butt. Here we have 40. All right, so this is it. So after, I think we are done with the horizontal measurement. Now let's go to the vertical measurement. Now from your shoulder, if you're making a bustier or even a blouse, you take your nipple measurement, that is your bust point, from your shoulder to your bust point where the nipple is. So what we have here is 9.5. That's what we have here. Then after this, you go from one nipple to another, nipple to nipple measurement. Here, what we have is 7. That's what we have here, 7. So when we are done with that, we'll go from your shoulder. Remember the shoulder point. We'll go to under the bust. Here we have 13. That's what we have here, 13. Then also we go to the waist. The waist is 17 inches. Now, for this waist measurement, work with your client. You know, there are some that have bulb tummy. Their tummy is big, and for those that have a bigger tummy, they don't want. They'll tell you take the waist upward. So it depends. For a slimmer person with a flat tummy, you can work directly on the waistline. But for those that has bigger tummy, in order for the cloth to fit well on them, sometimes you need to take it up so that it will come out to look good on them. So you also work with them. They can ask you to take, but for this mannequin, the waist measurement is 17. Now, the front waist measurement and the back, they are not the same. This is because of the bust. The bust, it pushes it out for the front. For the back, there's no bust at the back. So for the front, you have the bust. So it makes the front measurement different from the back. That is why I had to put this tape around it. All right, so now we got 17 from the front measurement. Now front waist measurement. Now let's do the back. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. So what we have here, we have 14. That's what we have here. You see, it's different. It's different from the front. So what we have here is 14. So the front is 17, the back is 14. Now we're done with the waist measurement. That's the horizontal waist measurement. Then another thing that also gives people issue is when some persons they just use their, maybe due to experience in sewing and all of that, so they can just say, okay, from the waist to the hip line, in order for you to get the hip, maybe where to place your hip measurement, the waist width, it is advisable to measure, though their standard measurement for those. Some use 8, some use 7, depend on how small or big the client is. But if the client is there with you, it is better to measure it from that waist point. You can measure. Here we have 8. You see it? Here from the waist point, we have 8. That's the fuller part of the hip. You see it? 8. So it's advisable to measure if the client is present, is there with you. But if the client is not there and you don't have a way to take the measurement, then you can use the standard measurement we have for this stuff. All right. Then we also have the shoulder to knee line. Now you don't put it on top of the knee, no. You put it above the knee. Here we have 38. You put it above the knee. You don't put it directly on the knee line. The person will not be able to walk. So you take it like 2 inches above the knee to get your knee line. You understand? Then we have our short skirts just 1 inch above below the knee, which is 42. Then we have midi. Here we have midi. Midi here is 49. Then we have the full gown. So it gets to the floor. So it depends on what your client wants. So we are done with the horizontal and the vertical measurement now. Now, we go to the sleeve. Now, when taking the sleeve, like I said, carry your customer along, your client along. Short sleeve is 9. Here we have 9. So we'll tell you, I don't want my short sleeve to stop here. I want to come down a bit. So always carry your client along with you. That's the major thing. So, but here, a normal short sleeve, you put it here, which is 9. Then 3/4, like this is a mannequin. I can't bend the hand. So usually when you want to take a 3/4 or a long sleeve, you ask the client to bend the hand a bit forward. So, but this is a mannequin, I can't do that. So you get here and you take it here. So you see the 3/4 here is 17, while the long sleeve here is 23. All right, so this is it. So now what I do, I usually take the round armhole measurement. It helps me a lot. If I take the armhole measurement, it makes the clothes fitted kind of. Not the arm side will not be loose. So I usually take the round armhole. And when I do that, I just take my tape round the armhole, not too tight, not too loose. So with this, I have, you see, I have 14 here. I have 14, so I take the round armhole. So once we are done, then you take your bicep here is 11. Then you take your 3/4, here we have 9.5. Then you take here, that's 8. Then for the elbow, you also take the elbow. So you ask the person to bend. Some people, some persons will sew a cloth for you, and by the time you do like this, it will be tight at the elbow. That is the reason why when taking measurement, you ask your customer to bend, just bend the elbow, because from time to time, when you're wearing a cloth, you bend your hand. So you ask the customer to bend the elbow. So that is it. Okay, so all right. So like I said, we're done with the body measurements. Now we're going to take the round neck. You see this place, the round neck is very important. If you're making a turtleneck, you see this was called this bone here. So you have to just look at it here. This is the bone. So you have to take your round neck measurement. When you want to make a bishop neck, a turtleneck, you will need this. Alright, so for here, the round neck measurement will be resting on the shoulder, the bone here, the collarbone here. So here we have 15. We have 15. So this is for the round neck measurement. Alright, so I think we've done something today. We've learned one or two things. You can ask your question, put it on the comment section, and I'll be there to respond. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. And if you would like something like this is a purple gown, a fitted one. Is kind of different from the regular one because it has a kind of mermaid style down with some pleated edge. I'll give you a tutorial on how to make it. See how it is. It looks so good as it is. Alright, so I'll drop a tutorial on how to make something like this. So just watch out. Click on the subscribe button and follow me. I'm going to take you step by step on how to make a good and beautiful garment for personal use, to for business, and so on. Alright, thank you. Bye bye.